Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com. Halstead Telephone Company, and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Good afternoon and welcome to today's broadcast of a Section Double 6AA quarterfinal round contest between the Hawley Nuggets and the Fergus Falls Otters. Hi everyone, I'm Derek Zimmerman-Geyer, Joseph Stetz to my left, and your liveevent.com coverage comes out of Fergus Falls, Minnesota, and features two teams who have not met so far this season. It's a 4-versus-1 boys basketball bash as Hawley comes into this game as the 4 seed while Fergus Falls is number 1 in said section. When we come back here, we'll tell you about all these two teams and then some coming up on our YourLiveEvent.com pregame show. This is Minnesota High School boys basketball playoff coverage on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With great facilities, small class sizes, dedicated teachers and support staff, and a variety of course offerings, make Hawley Public Schools the perfect choice for your son or daughter's educational setting. To learn more about Hawley Public Schools, including calendars, directory, menus, and athletic information, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or follow them on Facebook. Good luck, Nuggets from the Hawley Public Schools.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
The Hawley Nuggets Booster Club helps support Nugget athletics with various projects each year. Past projects include gym flooring, baseball and softball scoreboards, donations to the dance and wrestling teams, and the new high school weight room. If you are interested in the progress and development of the athletic programs at Hawley High School, please consider becoming a Booster Club member. Membership is available on monetary amounts of $25, $50, $100, and $250. Visit HawleyBoosters.com for more information.
Jennifer Giesland with Hawley Tax Services would like to work with you on your individual income taxes. Hawley Tax Services can help you with your federal and state income taxes, as well as Minnesota property tax and rent refund. Jennifer Giesland at Hawley Tax Services can provide service for sole proprietors, daycares, and more. Call Hawley Tax Services 218-329-5048 or email Jennifer at hawleytaxservice.com. Hawley Tax Services would like to wish the best of luck to all of our Hawley Nugget teams and students.
March basketball and Minnesota Madness has arrived to Fergus Falls. Hello and welcome everyone to our pregame show on YourLiveEvent.com, where we preview this Saturday showdown between the 4th-seeded Hawley Nuggets and the 1st-seeded Fergus Falls Otters here at Fergus Falls High School. Cheers to the weekend, everybody. I'm Derek Zimmerman-Geyer along with Joseph Stetz to my left. Here in Fergus Falls, Minnesota, the quarterfinal round in Section 8AA. These two teams ready to get back to their playoff ways. Thanks for joining us on today's journey, where we'll see one team advance to the semifinals while another goes home. Long time no see for both squads, as they have not seen each other since 2018. Let's see how they got here, starting off with the visiting Hawley Nuggets. Currently at 8-11 overall, 3-5 at home, 5-5 on the road, and 5-11 in Section 8A. They're coached by Nathan Stoa in his 7th year for the Nuggets. His team is averaging 57 points per game, giving up 62. They are 5-5 in the last 10 and 2-3 in the last 5 the Nuggets are. Let's look at those last 5 contests. For the Nuggets, back on March 5th to Frazee, a loss against Frazee, 89-70. Lost to Thief River Falls, 68-57 on the 8th. Defeated Barnesville in a narrow one, 62-61 on the 11th. And lost to Pelican Rapids to close out the regular season, 76-60 on March 13th. The first round of the playoffs saw in the play-in game on Thursday night versus Bagley and Hawley. Hawley picks up the dub, 53-48 after trailing Bagley by 9 points, having 5 at halftime, coming back into the ball game against the 5th-seeded Bagley Flyers. For the Nuggets' opponents this afternoon, the number 1 seeded Fergus Falls Otters, the number 1 seed once again, back-to-back seasons. They're coached by Matt Johnson in his 6th year. His team is 12-7 overall, 6-4 at home, and 6-3 on the road, and 2-0 only in the section. They put up 59 points per game and 53 only given up against the number 1 defense in the section. A sturdy and talented squad that features a 7-foot senior, Chance Fazio, for the Otters, someone to keep an eye on down low in the paint. Coach Johnson highlights his exceptional hands down low and ability to pick up the ball and snag it. We'll hear from Coach Johnson and Coach Stoll when we come back for our pregame coaches' comments after this. This is YourLiveEvent.com playoff coverage of Section 8AA.
Welcome to a caring community of older adults living safely in company with others. Welcome to Benedictine Living Community Ada, with the commitment to senior living that you've come to expect from Benedictine. As a member of the Benedictine organization, Benedictine Living Community Ada can offer personalized care to your loved ones while relying on the support and expertise of a larger network of professionals. We are proud of our community and we are proud to serve you. We are Benedictine. Learn more at benedictineliving.org/together.
Welcome to the first segment of our pregame coaches' comments here on YourLiveEvent.com. Our matchup today, Hawley Nuggets versus the Fergus Fall Otters. Now joined by the head coach of the Otters, Mr. Matt Johnson. Coach, you coming here during pregame. Your boys are out hooping around right now. What are your initial thoughts walking into the gym?
Hey, you know we're going to have our hands full. Have a really good Hawley team coming here, and feel like we've got a good prep, good scouting report, and hopefully our guys are ready to play for 36 solid minutes.
Before your 5-game winning streak you're currently on, you had a 3-game skid, uncharacteristic after last year at 25-4, now currently 12-7. Was something awoke after that 3-game skid now that you're burning through all the competition?
Yeah, you know, we played 10 games without Chance Fazio. Had a high ankle sprain. We let him rest it for 4.5, 5 weeks to really heal it up. So that was 10 games. We went 5-5 in those games, and you know the last 3 games he was out were great wins for us. We got Bemidji, Perm, and Wilmer were the last 3 games he was out, and that was 3 wins for us. And so I think the confidence we built through that stretch without him was tremendous. And then you get to add a kid like that who's so dynamic and just so impactful on a game back to the group. It's been huge for us. He does so much on the defensive end of the floor, offensively. You know, he's got terrific hands, and at 7 feet, he's a pretty big target. So it's fun to add him back. But you know, when you talk about the skid, it was really just figuring out who we were without him and figuring out how to play, and we were able to do that. And now we've had him back for the last couple games, so that's been a huge addition.
And after you guys figure yourself out, something was awakened after that 3-game skid. Looking at the Hawley Nuggets, what have you learned about them? They're 2-3 in their last 5. They scrapped out a narrow win over Bagley, 53-48 in the first round of this section tournament. They're down by 9 at one point. Is there a way you think you could possibly exploit them going down by that much and transition into today's game?
Yeah, you know, you try to take film from the previous games and look at it and see what you can take and do. But I think the one thing that stands out, they've got multiple kids that on any given night can go off. You know, I think the Grani kid's a really talented kid. You got a young kid in Brevin Stoa, coach's kid, that can really shoot it. You got the Groton kids that are great shooters. You know, I know the Bratch kid had a 20-point night earlier in the season where he looked terrific. So I think you just have to be ready to guard multiple kids. Multiple actions, a lot of backdoor cuts, a lot of ball movement, a lot of cutters, and you know, I think they play really well as a team, really well coached, and so I think it all starts on the defensive end of the floor for us. And if we can try to get them into contested jumpers where we can get the rebound and run out, I think that's got to be a focus for us.
Your squad hasn't met Hawley since back in 2018. Didn't meet this season. How do you approach a team that you haven't seen all campaign long?
Yeah, you know, it's a little different. We're playing in the Central Lakes Conference. We don't see into the Heart of Lakes teams. Perm was the only Section 2A or Section 8 AA team that we saw. So it's tough to get a great measuring stick when you don't get to follow them throughout the whole year like you do teams maybe in your conference. So it's a lot of film work, a lot of just trying to gather as much info as you can, and ultimately we've always had the mindset of it really is more about us. As long as I've coached, we focus more on what do we do, and let's do what we do really well and make them adjust to us. And you try to get some personnel and some tendencies, but ultimately if we come out and play our game, we can sleep just fine at night.
Your team only gives up 53 points per game on defense, the number one defense in the section. What makes your defense so spectacular on that side of the court?
Effort, and I think it starts with kids like Abel Aho and Luke Newman, kids that are unbelievable athletes, super athletic kids, willing defenders. Dominic Aguilar is a really good defender. I think the kids we bring in off the bench, Josh Sternberg and Austin Rinke, Elliot Pribanow, those guys are really good defenders. And then when you have a 7-footer on the back end, I found out that life gets a lot easier. You can get up in pressure, you can take some chances, you can be pretty aggressive knowing that you have a rim protector on the back end.
Coach, what is one key to today's game?
I would say it sounds so cliche, but defend and rebound. I think when we do that, it translates into offense for us. So if we have focus on the defensive end, I really like our results.
Anything else like to add, Coach?
No, that's good.
Thanks for your time and good luck.
All right, thank you.
Thank you to Coach Matt Johnson with his pregame coach's comments. We'll shift right over to the head coach of the Hawley Nuggets, Mr. Nathan Stoa, here in his 7th year. Welcome to our pregame coach's comments for segment number 2 of today's matchup. Now joined by the head coach of the Hawley Nuggets, Coach Nathan Stoa. You walk into the gym here at Fergus Falls High School. Your initial thoughts walking into the gymnasium?
It's been a house of horrors for us for 7 years, with only one real close game against Fergus Falls, which was 2 years ago when we went to the section final. So the gym doesn't have a lot of great feelings for me, but at the same time, that's credit to Fergus Falls and the program that they've established at the 3A and now at the 2A level, as they've come down to 2A in the last couple of years. So both boys and girls sides, they're tough and they have a good program and they've earned their seeds. So we have our work cut out for us.
Of course, in your 7th year, you felt the brunt attack of these Otters for the last 7 years. Since 2013, the Nuggets are 0-5 versus Fergus Falls, and you're facing a team that is the number 1 seed once again after last season's number 1 push. What is something that stands out about Fergus Falls that you've noticed over the years?
Their willingness to, they're just overall the program from top to bottom has been nothing short of the epitome of a team atmosphere. The way that they guard and they get guys moving around, that's a little bit different now than it was in the past, now that they've got Mr. Fazio down low, but then at the same time, offensively, they snap the ball around and they've just filled the perimeter with guys that can straight out stroke the three for the last handful of years. So kind of hoping that maybe changes a little bit here tonight, and we can change those fortunes a little bit too in how we guard and come play with the necessary energy to compete with the top seed in the section.
How's your team feeling after that first round win over Bagley? A scrappy one, 53-48 on your home court. You're down by 9 at one point, which isn't a lot, but in a 4-5 seed matchup, it can feel a little stressed when you're in a win-or-go-home situation. What did it take in that game to come back and pull out the dub, and what's going to take the transition over in today's game?
We, all year long, our recipe is incredibly simple. If we bring the necessary energy to compete with the senior loaded teams that are on the top of our section, like this one, then we compete, and we compete really well. If we have lulls of energy like we did on what night was that? In the first round, Thursday night. Everything's meshed together for me. On Thursday night, then we're going to be in for a long one here tonight. So, and we've had that kind of in our up and down record where we've played really well for portions of games against good teams. We've played, and pulled off a couple wins that maybe people wouldn't expect. But when we bring the energy, we have our opportunity to do that. If we look like we're going through the motions or we're not all in, then we're in some trouble. And, as a guy who would love to throw a jersey back on, and relive some glory days and a lot of LBs ago, though, it would, you don't want kids to pass up and have any regrets. And so I want them to, come out and play the way they're capable of playing. And then no matter what the scoreboard says at the end, we got to reach our potential for today.
Two numbers that pop off the page to me for your Hawley Nuggets. You're 4-0 in single-digit games and 2-0 in single-possession games. So when it comes to the clutch, you guys show up. But in the Fergus Fall team, they average 59 points per game. Might be hard to defend. What's it going to take to keep up with the Otters?
Well, we're going to have to be incredibly active no matter what defense we play. That defense is going to have to know where Mr. Aguilar is at all times, as he's a legitimate Division II recruit going to the U of Mary. And then obviously anytime you see 7 foot on a roster and then that moves the way he does, and he doesn't have bad habits. He came to the game of basketball late. He didn't develop any bad habits. Keeps the ball high. He's incredibly hard to guard. But maybe the one benefit there is we've got to try to run him a little bit in transition because he's getting back off that injury. So trying to play his way back into game shape, we got to hope we can take advantage of that a little bit.
Coach, is there one key to this afternoon's matchup that sticks out to you to secure the victory?
For us, it always will be our energy and our intensity for this crew right now. Every year a team develops a different attitude and a different personality, and this year's team, it's engagement and energy, and if we have the right level of that, we can compete.
Coach, anything else like that?
Nope, I'm good. I'm glad you guys are here covering the game, and for all the people out there watching and listening, make sure that you get out and support the sponsors that flash across the screen that make this all possible.
Of course, wouldn't rather be anywhere else. Coach, thanks for your time. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Many factors impact your ability to increase profits on the farm. Make sure your planter is an asset and not a liability. Some limiting factors in making the perfect planter pass are row maintenance, meter calibration, and downforce management. It will not cost you anything to have the conversation about identifying those limiting factors. Call RDK Enterprises 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Looking to start your own business? How about needing to grow and expand your current business? Then there's no better place than Norman County. Contact the Norman County EDA for information, grants, and incentives available when you expand, relocate, or start a new business in Norman County. The Norman County EDA has provided $740,000 to Norman County businesses in CARES Act retention grants. There may be additional dollars available to you through the Norman County EDA Small Business Loan Fund. For applications or to find out what Norman County offers your business, visit with the Norman County EDA. Go online, discovernormancounty.com.
Natural talent, physical gifts, training advantages. To become a champion, none of that matters. True champions are the ones who are comfortable working harder, staying later, and finding that competitive edge. They are never satisfied simply doing a good job, because those who transform themselves from local talent into local folklore are the ones who continually perform beyond their limits. Bell Bank, proudly supporting champions everywhere.
Welcome back to YourLoveOfIt.com. We get straight into our Heart O Lake meets starting lineups. First for the Hawley Nuggets, it's starting it off, number 5, Hayden Groney, junior guard at 6'1". Number 12, Justin Koski, senior at 6 foot, a forward. Number 22, Alex Broughton, a senior at 6 foot on the dot guard. Number 23 is Mason Groton, 6'2", sophomore guard. And then number 24, Brady Groton, 6'4", junior forward. Coached by Nathan Stowe in his 7th year. Now time for the Fergus Falls Otters. For the Otters, it looks like so. For the Otters, it's number 00, Chance Fazio, senior at 7 foot on the dot. Number 2, Abel Aho, senior at 5'11". Number 4 is Caden Conklin, junior at 5'11". Number 21 is Luke Newman, junior at 6'2". Number 23 is Dominic Aguilar, senior at 6'2". For the Otters, it goes Fazio, Aho, Conklin, Newman, and Aguilar. For the Nuggets, it looks like Groney, Koski, Brach, and Groton, Mason and Brady. On your Heart O Lake Meats starting lineups, brought to you by Heart O Lake's Meats. Start your lining up your table with steaks, ribs, and plenty more meat choices from Jason Stetz and staff at Heart O Lake's Meats in Pelican Rapids. 218-863-MEAT, 6328. And as I mention Mr. Jason Stetz. Now I bring into the broadcast booth here at Fergus Falls High School Mr. Joseph Stetz to my left here for this quarterfinal quarrel in Section 8AA between two teams who have not seen each other in 3 seasons.
But it is going to be an exciting matchup. It is the second round, the quarterfinals, as we look ahead to the semifinals, and it's 2 good teams, the Hawley Nuggets and the Fergus Falls Otters. We're set for a good match.
Tip-off advantage to the Otters thanks to 7-foot Chance Fazio. Otters go left to right and right at the foul line for the first shot. They post up Fazio in the right block. He's in for 2 immediately, 2-0 early on your Community Co-op Energy Solutions scoreboard. Otters on top. 17:43 first half. Now the Nuggets go right to left. Here's the right wing. This is Mason Groton. Now goes right elbow, midi up and in by Brady Groton. Going right back at the Otters with a bucket of their own. 2-all, 17:30 in the first 30 seconds. Aho goes out, now left wing. This is Conklin. He feeds inside to Fazio, who feeds in a dish to Luke Newman, who puts some sauce on it for his first bucket. 4-2, 3 straight buckets. Let's see if the Nuggets can match.
And it's a good start for the Fergus Falls Otters. They want to get the ball inside because, of course, they got the big man there. But it develops and it draws defenses over. And right now they've got 2 easy buckets right at the rim.
Looks like Mason Groton was a little bit swatted right there by Fazio. His long reach getting the better of that one. Newman now left wing, now left corner, jibs and jabs. Now is stripped from behind by Alex Bratch. Goes out of bounds, still Otters basketball. 16:56 on the clock. Dominic Aguilar inbounds on the far sideline. He goes to Caden Conklin in the wing. Aho top. Aho looks to dish. Sidesteps right, goes to Conklin. Back to Aho. He's inside now to Newman at the foul line. Kick out right block. Conklin up for the right block. In for 2. No. Fazio off at the rebound. Won't get it to go. Off his hands and back into hands of Conklin in the corner. Goes out of bounds. Nuggets basketball tipped away in favor of Hawley.
And so far, the Nuggets have come out in a 2-3 zone on the defensive side. More of a double team style 2-3 zone. When it gets to the corner, they're going to try and double team or inside. But the one thing that is the one big thing that is a non-factor for the 2-3 zone is the offensive rebounding that they will give up.
Here's Brady Groton in the right elbow. Goes top of the key now for a 3. Right in Fazio's face. Won't go. Long rebound belongs to absolutely nobody. Goes out of bounds and belongs to the Otters. 4-2. Fergus Falls lead with 16:18 in the first half. Left to right. Aho goes inside foul line. Here's Newman, 15 feet away, banks it in. No, won't go. Rebound it to Fazio, gets it on the left side. Now here's the right wing. Here is Aguilar for a 3-ball, short and snatched down by Alex Bratch. Bratch's first rebound. He goes to Groney, Hayden Groney, now top of the key, gives it to Brady Groton. Side steps to the left, goes to Mason Groton, handoff to Groney in the left front court, now at the top of midcourt. Hayden Groton goes right side, gets a screen, pulls up for a right wing 3. Back iron won't go, pulled down by Aho. His first snag. He runs the court. He stutter steps inside, loses the basketball, stripped away right into the hands of Hawley. Turnover number 1 for Fergus Falls. Both teams came out with 3 straight buckets. 2 by Fergus Falls, 1 by Hawley. Nothing since. 15:23 first half. 4-2, Fergus Falls leads. Hayden Groney at the top. He goes left wing to Mason Groton, guarded by Aho. Bounce pass over to number 12, Justin Koski at the top of the key. Puts a move on, dips into the right elbow, kicks back at left wing to Mason Groton. He'll drive inside, is poked away. He had it for a second, lost it, and now officially loses it. Turnover for turnover. Hawley and Fergus Falls back to the Otters. Here's Aho at the top of the key, goes sky high for it. And resetting the offense is Dominic Aguilar, the senior. He goes over right wing to Conklin and back to Aho. Aho lost it, gets it back. Newman right wing, feeds inside to Conklin. Now out left wing, Aguilar left wing 3. Swish. First tray of the game belongs to Dominic Aguilar. A 7-2 lead for Fergus Falls. 14:30 first half. Groney at the top of the key. Now feed inside, kick out here is Groton. Left side, little jumper up and in, won't go, found by Newman. Newman running the court, his second rebound. Sidestep inside, lower to shoulder, won't go. Offensive rebound is defensive rebound that belongs to number 5, Hayden Groney. Groney on the right far sideline. In the wing, guarded by Aguilar. He goes right inside. He is denied looking for Brady Groton, and Fazio absolutely stuffed him. Brought back down. Now here is Conklin at the top. Gets a screen from Fazio. Kicks out left corner for Newman. He thinks about a three. Tries to go inside instead. It goes baseline. Now Conklin in the wing on the left side. He kicks out Newman once again from the left corner for the three ball. And it's nothing but net and wet from Conklin. Newman with the tray. He leads his team now 10-2. Timeout by the Nuggets. 10-2, 13:41 first half.
The seed specialists, they're the guys at Select Ag on Highway 59 in Mahnomen. Contact Mitch or Tyler today, 218-936-4026. Select Ag is a Pioneer seed dealer. They carry corn, sunflower, alfalfa. They have Extend and Liberty Link brand soybeans, and they deliver. And Select Ag offers crop protection as well. Contact Select Ag today, 218-936-4026. Mitch and Tyler, your seed specialists at Select Ag in Mahnomen.
10-2 is the lead for the Fergus Falls Otters on your Community Co-op Energy Solutions scoreboard with 13:41 here in the first half of play. The Nuggets, the 4 seed, the Otters, the 1st seed here at Fergus Falls, Minnesota. Timeout by Coach Stoa. His team down by 8, giving up a triple by Luke Newman. He has 5 points now and an 8-point lead for Fergus Falls. We come back from the timeout. Hawley back in possession of the basketball with 13:41 to go in the first. Hayden Grani across the midcourt stripe. He goes right side, maneuvers right, kicks out right corner. There's a 3-ball up and off. Pulled down by Aguilar, and a foul called immediately. In the game off that 3-ball was Brevin Stoa, the 6'1" freshman for the coach's son. Out on the floor now, substitution. On the bench now for the Hawley Nuggets is number 22, Alex Bratch. Here is Newman at the foul line, kicks out right corner. Aguilar backs out. Now here's the top of the key. This is number 5, Elliot Pribanow in the game. Now left wing, number 11, Josh Sternberg in the wing. Gets it back in the left wing. It feeds in the Fazio in the left block. And the baseline goes cross court. Finds Newman, who's intercepted the ball. Looking for Aguilar. Newman has it nonetheless in the baseline. It kicks the Fazio underneath. Fazio can't get it to go off the glass. Gets the own offensive rebound in the glass. And in for 2 for Fazio.
And so far, we've seen in this game, Fergus has controlled the offensive rebounding and controlled the glass in tonight's game, and it's been a huge factor why they've gotten out to a 10-point lead early in the first half.
Here's number 24, Brady Groton at the top. Gets a screen from the left wing by Justin Koski. They call a foul. Out on the floor on number 5, Elliot Pribanow, his first and our first foul of this ball game. Second foul, excuse me. First team foul for Fergus Falls. The other foul for Hawley belongs to Mason Groton. This is top of the key now to Stoa. Looks to the left wing to Grani. Grani is smothered, goes left corner. Looking for Brady Groton. Back and forth they go. Playing patty kick with the basketball. Grani gets it now. Kicks over right wing to Stoa, who can't find the go. Try to get fancy and mid-air with the pass. Deflected and back to Fergus Falls. Top of the key. Here's Aguilar. He'll push inside. No look pass over the Fazio. No look layup. He just lays it in with his right hand and in for 2. Fazio's got 6 points and a 14-2 lead. All Otters early. Stoa left wing. Guarded loosely by Pribanow. Goes now cross court right wing to Grani, who goes all the way back cross court on the left side to Mason Groton. Left paint. Backed in against Fazio. Bounce pass over now. Left wing is Brady Groton. He goes cross court right corner. Hayden Grani. The perimeter defense by the Otters absolutely suffocating. Not getting any opportunities to put it up. Stoa, though, makes an opportunity right there. Puts up right elbow. Won't go. Pulled down by Newman. Newman, his third board. Runs it now. Inside to Fazio. Fazio kicks back out right corner. Misses Pribanow for 3. Won't go. Pulled down by Brady Groton. His first rebound of the ball game. Ronnie runs it now to Mason Groton. He goes inside, absolutely denied and taken down by Fazio again. Now running at the Pribanow all the way to Aguilar for the lay-in. Aguilar has 5, a 16-2 lead for Fergus Falls. A 12-2 run, a 12-0 run actually, and that Shot from the left wing won't go. Pulled down by Aguilar. Now he goes right coast to coast. He's fouled inside. No, a charge called against Fergus Falls. Getting in the way of Aguilar on that one was number 24, Brady Groton. Brady Groton forces the charge right there. Turnover against Fergus Falls. Aguilar's first, team second. Substitutions coming in here. Looks like number 12 for Fergus Falls. Justin Koski into the ball game, back in now. Fazio checked out. His substitution, see here in a second, out at the foul line is Koski. Spins around, goes right paint. Now to Grani in the right wing. He backs out to Valogo. Now right corner, he dishes off to Bratch. Back in the game. Now back to Koski. He puts up a shot off the glass. Won't go. Pulled down by Aguilar. Aguilar back right corner. Aho, who just checked back in the game, steps back right wing. Now goes top to Aguilar. Now got the Aho. Left wing three is up and in. Abel Aho, his first tray of the game, his first points of the game is a three ball. 19-2. All Otters early on at 10-11 first half. Loose ball goes out. Hawley brings it back in. Ronnie across the timeline, running the offense. He hands off to Alex Bratch to Stoa. And Stoa lost the basketball right into the midst of number 11, Josh Sternberg, for the Nuggets, or for the Otters. Third Nuggets turnover. Ball goes out of bounds. Still Fergus Falls possession. Dominic Aguilar on the sideline, near sideline, to inbound. Brevin Stowe is in his face. Now it's Aho who feeds right alone to Conklin. Kick out left wing. Three is up from Sternberg and won't go. Pulled it down by Brady Groton. His second board. Grani back in the right wing. Have not scored since double digits on the clock. That shot by number 22, Alex Bratch, won't go. Pulled down by Aguilar. Back over on the offense for the Otters. Aho in the right baseline. He kicks over to Conklin. He's fouled. Oh, another charge taken by Groton. Brady Groton racking up the charges. His second taken. Turnover on the Otters, their third. That foul on number 4, Conklin. His first. Brady Groton takes a rest on the bench. Much deserved after those two charges taken. In his place now, looking for his replacement, number 21, Cole Sunday. There's top of the key, Bratch. Bratch loses the basketball, lost off his hands, and it's officially still Nuggets basketball.
Actually, I'm going to say kick ball.
Kick ball basketball.
Off of the Otters, it's going to stay Nugget basketball.
Nuggets in the white-on-white road jerseys. That pass is awry, looking for number 12, Justin Koski from Bratch. Turnover number 4 for Hawley in this first half. 19-2, 9:15 in the first. Now to inbound is Caden Conklin for Fergus Falls. He goes to Abel Aho. Aho, who just drained a three shortly ago. Across the timeline, he goes to Aguilar in the left swing. Feeds inside to Conklin. 10 feet away, spins around, kick out Aho. Back out to Aguilar. Left wing three is up. Off rim, pulled down by Newman. Long offensive board. It goes to Luke Newman. He goes back to Conklin inside the paint, looking to spin around and kick out to Aho. Aho fouled by Sunday off the bench. That'll be Sunday's first foul. Team third. Make that team second, actually. Only 2 fouls by Hawley.
And it has not been a very foul, energetic game so far. It's been very physical, but they've been keeping it very clean, and the referees have been keeping the whistles quiet so far, and it's been a good game. It so happens the Otters are having all momentum, and the Nuggets just cannot seemingly find that switch they need.
Conklin goes to Newman, who goes to Aguilar, who goes to Aho in the left wing. Sets his feet, finds number 3, Austin Rinke in the game. He's in the paint. Kicks out now around the world. They go to Aho in the right corner. Between the legs. Lost it for a second. Now step back. Now top of the key back to Aguilar. Reset the offense. Directing traffic. Wants to get a screen. No, he wants a cut. Instead he goes to Conklin in the left. Now he sets the screen. Conklin not going to load for 3. He looks for Aho. Goes to Aguilar instead. Left corner 3. Short pulled down eventually by Sunday. Sunday makes his mark off the bench for his first board. Now to Grani in the right. Now to Mason Groton at the top. Back and forth they go, back to Grani. In the right wing. sidesteps, crossover, floater from the right block won't go. Pulled up and pulled down by Luke Newman, his 5th rebound. Aguilar runs the court. Aho right wing. He'll jab in, jab out. Back to Aguilar, back to Newman. Now Aho possesses the basketball, looks inside, wanted to push. Aguilar push for a right wing 3, hits the net and hits the rim. Short pulled it down by number 22, Alex Bratch, his 2nd. Now here is Groton, Mason Groton, left elbow, puts up a 13-foot floater and in for the teardrop. Groton's first bucket and breaks the drought, 19-4. Timeout on the floor, 7:23 in the first half. Otters lead on your Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard.
Providing construction services to the area, it's Four Corners Construction of Ada. Call Neil Miller, 218-790-5436 at Four Corners Construction for all your general building construction, remodeling projects, and new building construction. Four Corners is ready to get to work on your home, farm, or commercial business. Windows, gutters, seamless siding, roofing, and more. Let Four Corners take care of all your construction needs. Call Neil Miller at Four Corners Construction, 218-790-5436.
Hawley finally snaps a 15-0 run by the Fergus Falls Otters. It's now 19-4. Fergus Falls on top with 7:23 to play in the first half on your Community Co-op Energy Solutions scoreboard. We're in Fergus Falls, Minnesota, Fergus Falls High School. Derek Zimmerman-Geyer, Joseph Stetz here with you on this Journey quarterfinal action in Section 8AA. The Nuggets, the visiting squad, and the Otters have not seen each other all season long, have not seen each other since 2018. The Otters, an unfriendly hello, up 19-4. Now back with the basketball, Aho in the right wing. He goes to Conklin. Conklin overhead pass, LaFazio back in the game. He's posted up, wants to go inside, backs in like a dump truck, puts it up easy, won't go in and out, not enough grease. Own offensive board, and it gets it back in. Too easy for Chance Fazio. He's got 8 points back off the bench in a 21-4 lead.
And another thing from that 15-0 run that was so key for the Otters is even with Fazio out of the game, they're still able to get the offensive rebounds, but he's such a threat down there getting those offensive rebounds and converting them and cashing them in for the Otters. And right now it's helpful. He's back on the floor, but right now the Hawley Nuggets just need to find something to continue to build here.
Sunday fouled in the left wing by number 21, Luke Newman. Newman's first foul, team 4th by Fergus Falls. Mason Groton will inbound for Hawley on the near sideline. It goes back court to Hayden Groney. Across the timeline. Gets a screen from Mason Groton. Now kick out left wing. This is Mason Groton again. Up the left jumper won't go. Long rebound pulled down by Luke Newman. Actually got the screen from Brady Groton. Groton players out there across the timeline. Now goes Pribanow. Elliot Pribanow to Fazio, posted up left side, easy in, left block, right hand. 2 more points. Chance Fazio has 10 on the board and a 23-4 lead for the Otters. Groney at the top, gets a screen hard, pulls up left side over Fazio, won't go, pulled down by Conklin. Now he goes to Elliot Pribanow, 6'2", sophomore, kick out right corner. Newman in the baseline, charging in against Groton. Groton draws the walk against Newman. Turnover, Fergus Falls. Only their fourth. Both teams have 4 turnovers, but a 23-4 lead. Absolutely unbalancing that one out. Substitution for Hawley, number 14. Brevin Stoa checks in the game in place of Cole Sunday for Hawley. 5:45 first half. Hayden Groney across the timeline. It gets a screen from Brady Groton. On the right side, kicks out Stoa, right corner, guarded by Fazio. Fazio backs out in the paint. And now Stoa tries to bounce it off. Fazio finds it. Turnover Hawley. Now run the court. Aho all alone. 1-on-3. Aho. The defense quickly got on him. He quickly puts it in. He's got 5 points. His first 2 of the game from a lay-in. 25-4 now. 5:15 first half. Groney left wing guarded by Aho. Back on offense. Bounce pass to Mason Groton. Back to Groney. He goes to Stoa, right front court. Brevin finds it back to Groney on the left side. Groney and Stoa, back and forth they go. Looking for Groton. He finds Groton on the right wing. That's a 3 ball by Mason. And nothing but net and Brady Groton his first tray. He's got 5 points, and 25-7 is the lead. Aho all alone, right corner tray. That one's back iron. Fazio doesn't have to jump for it. Gets the rebound. Bullies his way in. He is fouled. It falls to the hardwood, and it will send Chance Fazio to the line. Fazio heads the line after that Brady Groton triple. Only 2 Nuggets have scored. That foul is on number 14. Brevin Stoa, his first team third. That one short by Fazio. His first trip to the foul line. First trip to the foul line overall for Fergus Falls. Justin Koski checks in for Hawley. Checking out of the ball game is number 33. Ethan Magnuson out. That one won't go by Fazio. 0 for 2. Rebound, it goes back to Aguilar. Back on offense. Fazio has it in the baseline on the left side. Puts up the easy teardrop and in rattles home. Fazio doesn't need the foul line. He's got 12 points and a 20-point lead. 27-7. 4:20 first half. Grani now to Stoa. Now out to Brady Groton in the right corner. Absolutely being contested by Pribanow. Now Stoa kick out in the left block. He goes out the Grani left wing three. Puts it in. Hayden Grani gets on the board. His first tray. His first bucket. The lead is cut to 17. 27-10. 3:58 first half. Oh, Pribanow, right wing, faked it up and in. Fancy footwork, fancy finish by Elliot Pribanow from the right wing for the tray. Answers right back. Lead is back at 30. 30-10. 3:44 on left side. Grani rejected again. Fazio now scrapping for the basketball. The big man gets down and gets with it. And now a foul called. Aguilar not happy with that call. He is fouled. Turnover number 6 for Hawley. Fazio posted up like that on offense or defense. It's hard to get one by him. He swats away Grani. That foul on number 14, Brevin Stowe, his second, team fourth.
Well, it's hard to it's hard when a basketball player is 7 foot, but when he can move like a guard and his hand, or when they were saying earlier with his quick hands, it is almost impossible of a wall to stop right now, and he's been the lead factor in why the Fergus Falls has been dominant so far early.
Aho scurries in from the right side off a runner off the glass and scurries in for that turnover, picking it off. 7th turnover by Hawley. Aho now has 7 points. Fazio on the left wing. That's not where he belongs. Aguilar, though, that's where he belongs. Oh, my goodness. Joseph Fazio. 14 points and off defensive rebound now. Goes back to Stoa. He backs out. His first. Fazio just earned himself top plays of the month right there. That monster jam. Right wing three from Stoa won't go. And over the back call against Hawley. We have a timeout. It hit off the back of the glass. They never call that in high school. It's the first time I've seen that.
It hit the shot clock.
Oh, hit the shot clock. I didn't even see that. Coach, the ref's got a Hawkeye. Off of that jam by Fazio, 34-10 is the lead for Fergus Falls. 2:34 first half. Fazio's in the left wing. Aguilar gave it back to him in clear lane. No one's getting in that big man's way. Aguilar getting fancy with it with the sauce. Kicks out Aho right wing. He'll push in. Back out. Kick out now to the top to Newman. A ride pass. Gets it right back to Aguilar in the left front court. Aguilar feeds to Aho at the top. Aguilar calls for it back. Aho elects to go to the right wing. Now he goes to Aguilar. Aguilar goes out left corner. This is number 11, Sternberg. Now Aho again at the top. Now Newman left corner. Newman sizes up, kicks out. Here's Aguilar. Crossover, feet up and feet in. No, that one's blocked, and a charge taken by Hawley. Number 12, Justin Koski getting in there, getting snippy on defense. Forces the 5th turnover by Fergus Falls. That foul on Aguilar, his second, team 5th. Hawley doing a good job in the paint on defense. Besides that Fazio slam.
They've been doing great drawing the charges and giving themselves extra possessions on the offensive end. They just haven't capitalized on their own side.
Grani wants to capitalize, goes cross court over now to Bratch. Bratch goes left side. He's fouled before he gets it off. The ref's conferring. This one's on number 3, Austin Rinke, now in the ball game. His first, team 6th for Fergus Falls. Hayden Grani to inbound on the baseline. palms the basketball, looks left, now looks left again, finds on the far sideline to Brady Groton, who now feeds over number 21, Cole Sunday, back to Brady. Brady Groton sizes up, crossover now left side, puts up left hand, off the glass, won't go. Charge taken, tit for tat, right back at you. And that ball game now, drawing the charge for Fergus Falls is number 1, Bryce Burrow in the game now. Turnover against Hawley, their 8th. That foul on number 24, Brady Groton, his first, team 5th. Now, here's a scrum for the basketball, and a sea of humanity ends up in the hands of Koski. Right side against Aho. Advantage Koski. He's got 2, and the lead is now 34-12. Now back on it, scrappy defense being played by the Nuggets. A little bit of a man double coverage here. Now Burrow, right corner 3 in the game. He goes to right corner 3, gets his own offensive rebound, kicks out now. Aguilar for the right wing 3. Bang! Aguilar's second tray. He's got 8 and a 37-12 lead. Goodness me. Cut underneath the glass. Count it, and a foul for number 22, Alex Bratch, his first bucket of the game. 37-14 now. That foul on Fergus Falls, their 7th. Now in the bonus in this ball game. That foul on number 1, Bryce Burrow, his first, team 7th. Brady Groton will check out of the ball game. In his place for Hawley, we have number 21, Cole Sunday, already in the game, as well as number 11, Carson Brew. This up by Bratch, won't go. Pulled it down by Sunday. Now it goes out to Mason Groton, who goes to Sunday, puts on a move in and out in the paint. Off the glass, won't go. Pulled down by Rinke. Rinke now finds it back to Aguilar. 29 seconds on the clock, 37-14. Otters lead. Burrow right corner once again. He won't pull up. He elects to go to Aguilar right at the center court circle. Aho now right wing, possesses the basketball off the bullet pass, back and forth to Aguilar. Now to Aho again. Now Burrow right wing. He won't load up. He goes cross court all the way over to Sternberg. Drives in baseline, spins out to Aguilar. Left wing, crossover, backs out. 3 seconds to get it off. He'll pull it for 3 at the buzzer. Won't bank it in. Long rebound. Nobody gets it. Fergus Falls getting with it in the first half. All Otters early, 37-14. Your halftime score. The Otters showing why they're the number 1 seed in Section 8AA. We'll take a break and come back with our halftime report after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
Anxious about your retirement funds? We don't blame you. At Bighorn Financial Services, we can help you build confidence within your retirement planning process by offering the ability to not only invest, but protect the money you've worked so hard to put away for the future. If your goal is to grow retirement assets without the risk of losing money in the long term, now is the time to call. Learn how to grow and protect your retirement with the help of Bighorn Financial Services. Call me, Kurt Fillion, at 218-689-6880 to set your appointment soon. Securities offered through FPL Financial, member FINRA and SIPC.
Winter is a planning season for farmers, a time when your mind is on your fields. But the shorter days doesn't mean there's less work to be done. At Sis van der Haaf, we know that lower temps won't cool your passion for production. We're continually striving to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sis van der Haaf, a passion that grows.
Cleveguard Apartments, with locations in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead, wish all the area teams the best of luck. Cleveguard Apartments, with locations and apartment complexes in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead. Also with self-storage and commercial rental space in Ada. Cleveguard Apartments. Call Mark at 701-866-7794. Best of luck to all the area teams from Mark and Geraldine at Cleveguard Apartments, with locations in Ada, Fargo, and Halstead. 701-866-7794.
American Crystal Sugar Company, with their 4,000 plus employees and shareholders, are deeply rooted in the communities of the Red River Valley. They're committed to the sustainability and growth of their business and to improving lives in the places where we work and live by investing in people, our communities, and the future of American Crystal Sugar. Visit crystalsugar.com to learn more about scholarships, grants, volunteerism, donations, and more through the Community Roots American Crystal Giving Program. Growing strong community roots. American Crystal Sugar Company.
Welcome to our halftime report on YourLiveEvent.com of this quarterfinal quarrel between Hawley and Fergus Falls. The quarterfinal round, seeing the Otters just absolutely pounce on these Nuggets, up 37-14 early. Let's see how they got there in our first half recap. For Hawley, 8 turnovers, only 7 rebounds, 0 for 1 from the free throw line. For Fergus Falls, 6 turnovers, but absolutely dominating inside the paint, thanks to the likes of Chance Fazio and Luke Newman, with 19 rebounds, 0 for 2 from the foul line themselves. Don't really need the foul line when you got the big man, Chance Fazio, throwing down two-handed slams like a freight train. He has 14 points, a game high. We'll get to our individual statistics later on at our halftime report. Looking at the first half, there's only been one tie, one lead change, and that was at 2-all. What really stood out in this whole game so far, a 15-0 run by Fergus Falls. Right off the bat, they get a 4-2 lead, and they never look back after that first half, Joseph.
It's been a dominating half for the Otters. Not only, you alluded to the offense, the rebounding differential. Fergus is clearing the boards. They're getting offensive rebounds. They're getting second chance points. They're doing everything they wanted to do right, and it all helps, when they have a 7-footer inside that can really deter or focus the defense to try and block or box him out, or if you leave him one-on-one, it's a 60-40 ball in favor of Fergus on the offensive rebound. It was a very well-balanced attack for the Fergus Falls Otters, not only inside, shooting the threes, getting everything to work. As we look ahead towards that into the second half, I don't see any real significant changes for the Otters. But for the Nuggets, they need to come out a little bit and settle themselves. They tried to get inside right away. The Fergus Falls Otters are playing a sophisticated 2-3 zone, it looks to be. It's confusing between 2-3 and man-to-man because of how well they're rotating off each other and getting one person every time. So I don't know if it's a true 2-3 or if it's a mix of a 2-3 and man. But right now they tried to get the ball inside to draw Fazio out to try and get shots up and see if they get the offensive glass rebounds and get some second chance points. But right now it hasn't gone the way of the Nuggets, and it's all in favor, and all momentum leads with the home team right now.
You heard Coach Matt Johnson in our pregame coach's comments. He talked about a few things. He talked about 10 games without Chance Fazio this season, and the key to this game is a defense and rebound. Well, they're out rebounding Hawley already, 19-7, and the absolutely just great defense by Fergus Falls. The number one defense in the section, only 53 points per game. They have only allowed, of course, 14. All the keys to the game showing early on in this matchup. We'll take a break and come back with our individual statistics after this from all our players in this game once we come back with playoff coverage of high school boys basketball on YourLiveEvent.com.
Pizza Ada welcomes you with the return of indoor seating and dining. West Main Pizza is now providing waiter staff. They'll now be serving you at your table. Dine in. Enjoy the new menu items at West Main Pizza. Breadsticks, salads, wraps, subs, paninis, pasta, calzone, sweet treats, pizzas, and more. Takeout, curbside, and delivery service continues to be offered from West Main Pizza. They welcome you to come enjoy indoor dining.
Service is something that's taken very seriously at the Bennett Hoagland Agency of Ada and Moorhead. John Wayne and Marissa know that service is important to you, their customer. They keep you informed and educated on the latest changes in crop insurance coverage and giving you fast claim services. John Wayne and Marissa at the Bennett Hoagland Agency have the experience and involvement with crop insurance, which helps to better serve the area farmer with crop insurance information. They thank you for your business, and they remind you, if you have any questions about crop insurance, visit them at the Bennett Hoagland Agency of Ada and Moorhead.
Anxious about your retirement funds? We don't blame you. At Bighorn Financial Services, we can help you build confidence within your retirement planning process by offering the ability to not only invest, but protect the money you've worked so hard to put away for the future. If your goal is to grow retirement assets without the risk of losing money in the long term, now is the time to call. Learn how to grow and protect your retirement with the help of Bighorn Financial Services. Call me, Kurt Fillion, at 218-689-6880 to set your appointment soon. Securities offered through FPL Financial, member FINRA and SIPC.
Welcome back to our halftime report on YourLiveEvent.com at Fergus Falls High School for this quarterfinal matchup between the Otters of Fergus Falls and the Nuggets of Hawley. Let's see who put the points on the board. 37-14 on your Community Co-op Energy Solutions scoreboard. Looking at the visiting Nuggets first, Hayden Groney has 1 lone tray, 3 points, 1 rebound. Justin Koski, 2 points to his name, no rebounds. Alex Bratch with 2 points, 2 rebounds the match. Mason Groton with 2 points, no rebounds. Brady Groton with 5 points in the tray, 2 rebounds. Off the bench, Brevin Stoa has 1 rebound. Cole Sunday, 2 rebounds. And after that, Ethan Magnuson and Carson Brew have seen minutes in the game. Nothing on the stat sheet so far. For Fergus Falls, it's all Chance Fazio with 14 points, including a slam jam with 2 hands. 14 points, a game high, 4 rebounds. Abel Aho has 7 points to his name, 1 rebound. Caden Conklin, no points, 2 rebounds. Luke Newman, 5 points, including a tray, 6 rebounds. A good balanced attack by Luke Newman. Dominic Aguilar with 2 trays and 8 points. He's got 5 rebounds as well. Austin Rinke possesses 1 rebound. Elliot Pribenow has 3 points off of 1 lone trifecta. Josh Sternberg and Bryce Burrell have seen the game. Bryce Burrell has 1 rebound. Here in our individual stats, looking at this, talking off air with Joseph Stetz, looking at this game between Hawley and Fergus Falls, Hawley looks like a perimeter team that can't find themselves outside. Their shots haven't fallen that much outside the arc. When they go inside, it's either getting absolutely obliterated by Chance Fazio or they're floaters that just don't find the mark.
It's just, you hit it right on the nail. I would say that this Hawley Nuggets team is a team that drives and kicks. And right now, when they drive, there's no kick-out option, so they're having to take these floaters, or they're trying to do this, or maybe it's a game plan scheme to shoot these floaters to draw out Fazio on a block attempt and maybe try and sneak in on some offensive rebounds and second chance points. But right now, none of that has worked so far. So let's see what Coach Nathan Stoa comes out with here in the second half to try and change that a little bit and maybe see if their offense is that drive and kick. Let's see if they try and do some backdoor screens or some off-ball screens and try and get their shooters open, or if they're going to continue to attack, they got to find a way to strategically get around Fazio and get at least a one-on-one look with someone other than him, or maybe doing some extra cuts and extra UCLA cuts or anything like that to try and open up the middle.
Hawley opens up the second half down 37-14, but in possession of the rock. Groney going left to right, hands off now to Bratch. Bratch on the left side. He'll push in up against Fozzie. Switched to midair. Avoided the big man, but lost the basketball. Didn't get to go. And getting it to go, Brady Groton off the putback. Found the loose basketball and in for 2. First points of the second half on your Community Co-op Energy Solutions scoreboard. 37-16 now is a deficit.
And a good gritty start right there on the first possession for the Nuggets. They got a missed shot, but they were able to get the ball or steal the ball on their own side to Kane and get a shot up. It's a good start, 2-0. Now they got to play some defense on their side.
Fazio is blocked. He was denied by Brady Groton going in for the layup. And on the other side, trying to feed it in. Hawley got fancy with it, tried to thread the needle, and right into Aguilar's hands. Dominic Aguilar at the turnover. First for Hawley in the second half, top of the key. Goes right corner, saved by Conklin. Feeds into Fazio, posted up, give and go. Back to Conklin, back to Fazio, and back to Brady Groton. Turnover, tit for tat, they go. 1 apiece.
And for Hawley, you want that. You want someone else other than Fazio having the ball inside the painted area. And right now, it's working good. They're still up 2-0 in the second half. But can they continue and start building them?
3 ball by Hawley won't go. Fazio absolutely ripped again down the paint, but getting it right back. Conklin with the turnover. Conklin feeds into Fazio, absolutely blowing through traffic, hits the deck hard. He's getting up. His down hard went Chance Fazio on the baseline. He finished for 2. He's gotten 16 points. The lead is now 39-16. He's still down on the baseline, getting help from the trainer. Rolls over now to his back. Might be looking at Chance Fazio's lower body at his right knee. With 16:36 left in the second half, 39-16 lead for Fergus Falls on your Community Co-op Energy Solutions scoreboard. We'll take a timeout and come back after this.
Christian Motors. They are proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer. They're located on Highway 32 North in Fertile. Christian Motors features a quality line of cars, trucks, SUVs, crossovers, and they've got the best prices around. You can stop by the lot or you can check out the selection online at christianmotors.com. And don't forget about Christian Motors Service Department. Christian Motors, proud to be your Chevy and GMC dealer on Highway 32 North in Fertile.
Chance Fazio gets up, hobbled in his right knee. He heads back to the locker room. In his place is Austin Rinke, number 3, senior at 6'3" in the game. Now, Bratch loses it for Hawley. A turnover for the Nuggets. They're second in the second half, down 39-16, 16-24 second half on your Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard. Fazio leaving the game for the time being as a game changer. He owns 16 points for Fergus Falls, 39. Now Conklin right wing hits and slides down, kicks to Newman. Nice dish off of his knees to Newman. Newman finishes from the left block for 2. He's got 7 points. The lead is now 41-16. Now here's Koski right wing. 16 minutes in the second half. He goes top of the key to Mason Broughton. Mason Groton now goes over to Groney. Top of the key. Now to Brady Groton. Underneath. Bounce pass over to Mason. Underneath the Koski in the paint. Reverse layup in for 2 off of the bounce. Koski with a bucket. He's got 4. 41-18. 15-40 second half. Aho alone in the right wing. He puts on the Euro. Oh, in midair up to Rinke. Won't go off the lay-in. Pulled down by Conklin. And we have a foul called here against Hawley. Looks like that one's on at number 24, Brady Groton.
And especially for Hawley, they really need, especially if Fazio is unable to return to the game or if he comes back a little, not 100%, they have to start controlling the boards. They have to start clearing the glass, and right there's not another good example.
Did not get cleared. Count that one. And tack on another for Austin Rinke from the floater off the inbound. He's fouled. He heads to the line for the first time. 43-18 now. That foul on Koski. His second. He owned the last foul as well, 2 team fouls by Hawley in the second half. Rinsky goes 1 for 1. Rinke now has 3 points, 44-18. 15-19 and ticking in the second half. Groney left wing. Hayden looks over Aho. Goes cross court all the way to Brady Groton. He sidesteps to the left. Now feeds inside to Koski. Loose basketball. Koski gets back on it. Is it going to cost him with a turnover? Still gets it back. Looking for Mason. Finds Bratch instead. He'll push in, kick out. Groney left corner 3. Off in and out. Off the glass, won't go. Pulled down by Mason Groton. Mason Groton now turns in. Looking to put it up. He kicks out to Koski. Tried to put on a sidestep, and he took a walk with the travel. Third turnover for Hawley. Back to Fergus Falls. Conklin inbound. He gives it to Dominic Aguilar. Aguilar with 8 points on the first half. Nothing so far early on in this second half. Aho right wing, guarded by Koski. He goes around the horn. Now to Newman left corner. Now to Aho, top of the key. Had some space. Instead, it kicks out Newman. He'll fire for left corner 3. Too strong off the rim and glass. Pulled down, cleared by Justin Koski for his first snag of this ball game. He finds Mason Groton methodically pacing up to the top. Gets a screen from Bratch. Now right wing. Pushes inside. Puts up the right-handed layup. He's fouled by Newman and Rinke. One of the two right there. The official culprit. That's on number 3, Austin Rinke. His second, team second. That sends Mason Groton to the line for the first time in this ball game. He's got 2 points.
And again, you see the effects of when you don't have that big man down low. Hawley's able to get inside and penetrate and get some easier looks, where they're not fully, having to go over the top of a guy. They're matched up pretty evenly with their guy. and they're getting opportunities to go back to the free throw line, to make some backdoor cuts. They've been starting to introduce that a little bit, and right there, offensive rebound for the Nuggets is going to be huge if they can start maintaining getting second chance opportunities.
Groton off the high glass. Mason can't find it. Aho finds the rebound, his second, being pestered in a timeout by Fergus Falls and Matt Johnson. Took a break at 44-19 lead for the Otters over the Nuggets with 14:03 left in the second half on your Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard.
This is Will Meeks from Community Co-op's Energy Solutions team. Sherwood, Rocky, and myself will deliver customer service and energy solutions to your farm or business operation. I am in your area making calls and looking forward to seeing you soon. Community Co-op's Energy Solutions will meet with you at your location, virtually or on the phone. Contact us at 1-888-935-2281 and hear how we can help you with energy solutions from Community Co-ops.
44-19, your official score right now between Fergus Falls and Hawley. Advantage Otters of Fergus Falls of 14:03 in the second half on your Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard. The Nuggets were down 37-14, still down big time early on. With about 4 minutes cut through this second half. Chance Fazio left the game early in the second half, went down off a bucket, finished off the bucket, hurt his right knee, went to the locker room, hasn't been back since. Otters still on top, the number 1 seed. This is Rinky right wing, actually that's number 5, Elliot Pribanow, who lost his balance, turns over the basketball. Third for Fergus Falls. Grani kicks out to Koski, jib and jab left corner, now out to Sunday. He'll go baseline up in midair, pulls that one, and it changes in midair for 2. Sunday for the bucket, he's got 2 points. 44-21, and loose ball out of bounds. Who's it go to? Still Otters possession.
And a good backtrack on the defensive end there by the Nuggets to not allow a shot up. They were able to, ball goes out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Otters, but they were able to get their set defense set up now on this possession.
Sunday changed in midair. Found 2. Now Newman at the foul line. 15 feet away goes to Aho left wing. Now to Pribanow. On the right side, he finds number 11, Josh Sternberg. Now Dominic Aguilar at the timeline. Finding it right elbow. This is Pribanow again. Kicks out Aho left corner 3. Puts it in. Abel Aho, that's his second 3-ball. He's got 10 points in double figures. His first of the second half. 47-21 now is the lead. Here is Sunday from the right paint, won't go off rim, pulled it down by Aguilar. 6th rebound. He is harassed by Brady Groton, and a foul against Brady Groton. Actually, they call that on Justin Koski again. His team third as well. So Koski owns every single one of the Nuggets' second half fouls. Pribanow inbounds to Aguilar in the backcourt, goes across Sunday. Officially across the timeline, he goes to Sternberg, who kicks out to Rinky right corner. Now back to Aguilar. It's actually Pribanow. Now back to Pribanow. Pribanow now on the right wing. Guarded by Grani. Feeds into Aguilar in the paint. On the right side, cut underneath to Aho. Now left corner, this is Sternberg. He's fouled before he got the shot off. And by calling it, he will go to the foul line. That foul on number 24, officially on Brady Groton, his second team 4th. Mason Groton checks out of the ball game in place now for number 22, Alex Bratch. Still Otters basketball. Sternberg now to inbound. He finds over to Aguilar, top of the key, now goes to Aho, dribbles inside, puts up right-handed shot, won't go, pulled down by Brady Groton. Brady corrals his 4th rebound, now gives to Hayden Grani between the legs, goes over to Brady back again at the top. Now Grani, right wing 3, up and in, answering back with the tray. Hayden Grani has 6 points, all off from downtown, 47-24. Getting back a little bit closer in this ball game. We've seen weird things happen, Joseph Stetson, our time this season. Yeah. Aho now left side, goes to Aguilar, cuts in now. Now backs in Aguilar, puts up right-handed shot, won't go. Newman snags rebound both hands and gets that one to go from the left block. Newman with the board, the putback in for two. He's got 9, 49-24. Other side, Newman gets it right back. Turnover 4 for Hawley. Aguilar running the court, gives over now to Pribanow. Left corner cuts it into Newman. Newman drives in the traffic and draws a charge in favor of the Nuggets. That's Alex Bratch with the honors on that one. Newman picking up that foul. Turnover for Fergus. 4th one for the Otters. Oh, they changed the call. They call it to a blocking foul. So forget everything I just said in the last 5 seconds. That foul officially on Hawley. And it's on number 22, Bratch. Instead of picking up the charge, he picks up the blocking foul.
I think why the officials got together there and overturned that call is because the one official might have saw the Hawley player inside the restricted area, maybe. So, I mean, it was close, but they got together, they discussed it, they made what they feel was the right call. Of course, I didn't clearly see if he was in the or fully in the restricted zone, but that's the reason I think it was overturned there.
Newman short off his first attempt from the foul line. Otters are 1 for 4 so far. That one counts. Newman now has 10 points. 3 Otters are in double figures. That's Newman with 10, Aho with 10, and Fazio 16. Fazio still in the locker room with an injured right knee. Has not returned since 15 minutes in the second half. Now bounce pass inside for Hawley, stolen away by Aguilar. 5th turn for Hawley. Now running it is Dominic Aguilar. Now over to Sternberg, left wing. He corrals and saves it. Now to Newman, now to Aho. Now finds it to Aguilar in the corner. Far corner for Dominic. Feeds inside off the right short corner to Pribanow. Kick out now around the horn to Aho. Steps back, finds Aguilar once again. Aguilar guarded by Brady Groton. Overhead pass now to Josh Sternberg. Getting fancy with it, finds Aho. Looking for anything. Up 50-24. 10:41, second half. Aguilar, fancy feet inside the paint, kicks out Aho, right wing 3. Rattles in and out. Not enough grease on that one. A long rebound. It belongs to Brady Groton. His 5th rebound now in this game. Hayden Grani finds Brady Groton, right wing, spins around, right elbow, jumper up and no good. Pulled it down. Johnny on the spot is Dominic Aguilar. Guarded closely in the hip pocket by Justin Koski. Tried to cross him over. Now finds Aho. Aho kicks out right corner to Pribanow. Back to Aguilar near at the top of the key. Aho finds it in the left wing. Now here is Pribanow. Kick out Newman left corner. Now to Aho around the wing once again. Now to Sternberg. Jibs and jabs. Now drives in. Spins around looking to put up a jumper. A little floater teardrop won't go. And long rebound belongs once again over to Pribanow. His first. Now here's Sternberg. Kick out to Pribanow. Pribanow slows things down, clears traffic. Now goes to the top near midcourt. He's sized up by Cole Sunday. Sunday tried to reach in, might have gotten it. Now at the feet. Here's going to be a jump ball. No, it's going to be back in favor of Sternberg. And they call officially a foul against Hawley. They had an open lane there. They call that one on number 21. Cole Sunday, his second, team 6. Almost a whole line change here for the Hawley Nuggets. For Hawley, number 12, Justin Koski comes out. Number 5, Hayden Grani. Number 21, Cole Sunday. In their place, Brevin Stoa. Number 23, Mason Groton. And looking as well, number 33 for Hawley is Ethan Magnuson. Now right wing, Newman catches, drives. Aho finds loose basketball. Now backs out to the front court. Around the world they go. Feet inside. Newman on a cut. Lost the basketball. Looked to dish it off. He didn't make up his mind. Finding it is Conklin back in the game. He makes up his mind. Feeds inside to Rinke. Rinke reverse up in the right hand. Won't go. Offensive rebound and put back in. Rinke staying persistent down in the paint. He's got 5 points and 2 rebounds in a 52-24 lead. 8:53 second half.
And if you're tuning in and just now and you've seen the grittiness that the Otters have on the offensive glass, that's the main reason that they've built a 28-point lead and have still maintained it throughout most of the game.
Brady Groton's left-handed shot from the left block won't go. Pulled down by Rinke for his 3rd snag off the board. Aguilar spins around. Groton kicks out to Conklin left corner. Almost had a 3-ball. Feeds inside to Rinke instead. Won't go. Rebound officially possessed by off the ground on his back as number 22, Alex Bratch. He is underneath everybody, and a timeout called by Coach Stoa down to 52-24, 8:23 second half on your Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard.
Unknown consumes so much of our lives. That's why Concordia College in Moorhead, Minnesota is committed to providing clarity. We recognize that comparing colleges, especially the price, can be confusing. Concordia has always been a place where students of all economic backgrounds find success. And for next fall, we are reducing tuition by more than $15,000 so that any student who can imagine themselves at Concordia can be a Cobber. Now's the time to take a look at Concordia College, Moorhead, Minnesota. ConcordiaNow.com.
Hitting the highway today in Fergus Falls, Minnesota for the quarterfinal round. Today's matchup features the Otters of Fergus Falls all over the Hawley Nuggets 52-24 with 8:23 left to play in regulation on your Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard. Fergus Falls got off to a quick and early lead in the first half, up 37-14 at the half thanks to a 15-0 run. Here in the second half, they lost their leading scorer, Chance Fazio, the big man, at 7 foot on the dot. He has 16 points. His last bucket, he crashed to the hardwood, went down to the locker room with an injured right knee. Hasn't come back since. So far, Fergus Falls has made do without him. They missed 10 games in the regular season without him and finished at 12-7. Now Hawley looking to finish this one out on the right note. Stoa's right corner three won't go. Pulled down by Aho. His third snag. Aho dribbles around. Brach now, here's left wing Aguilar, now top to Keaton Newman. Finds Conklin. Conklin now guarded by Stoa. He'll push inside. Mid-air dish over to Rinky, won't go off the left block. And defensive rebound belongs to Magnuson. Ethan Magnuson with the board off the bench. His first. Back to Hawley. Inbound, it comes from Magnuson to Mason Groton. Mason Groton gets a screen from Brady Groton. Goes right side. That one's picked away behind the back. Aguilar feeds to Aho. Aho and inside from the right block off the runner. In for two. Abel Aho now 12 points. A 54-24 lead for Fergus Falls. 7:30 second half. Brevin Stoa now. Right wing. He'll push inside. Back out. Now go baseline. Tripped up. Blocking foul by number 4, Caden Conklin, it looks like, for Fergus Falls. That's Conklin's second foul, team third. Justin Koski, checks out of the ballgame and checks in the game. Brady Groton checks out. Brady Groton checks out of the ballgame. Now here's Stoa left wing, guarded by Aho. Backs out. Stoa does. Feeds inside now to Mason. Groton kicks now to Magnuson in the right short corner. Backs out into far corner. Now to Stoa in the wing. Gets a screen. Going to feed back into Magnuson. He is absolutely pestered. Puts up a prayer and finds none of it. Aho with the turnover. 7th for Hawley. Now all alone. Here is underneath Conklin for two. Finding the bucket. Conklin's first score of the day. 56-24. 6:50 second half. Fergus Falls on top. Mason Groton goes to Brevin Stoa. Now feed inside to Justin Koski, backing in. Puts it up 2-on-1. Advantage Otters. Pulled down. Defensive rebound Aho. Abel Aho now across the timeline. Beating the 2-on-1. Aguilar turns it over back to Stoa. 5th for Fergus Falls. There's left side. Koski absolutely swatted down. Transition defense by Dominic Aguilar. Ain't having none of that. However, Fergus Falls still on defense. Hawley to inbound with Brevin Stoa at the baseline. Stoa floats over the top to Mason Groton now. Around the horn they go. Here's Hayden Grani now over to left wing. This is Brach. Brach now to the top. Grani on the right. Now to Stoa on the left. Stoa fake the fire. Now feeds inside to Koski. Posts it up. Underhand knee payoff and the layoff. Good for Stoa. He's got his first bucket. And 56-26 is the lead. 6 minutes in the second half. Aguilar sizing up. Mason Groton goes left corner all alone as Conklin fires for three. Too strong. Pulled down by Rinky. Offensive rebound. He kicks out to Aguilar. He's poked away from behind. Rinky, Johnny on the spot right there. Just bops it off the glass and in. He's got 7 points. Austin Rinky does. In a 58-26 lead. 5:40 second half. All Otters. That one aired into the back and out of bounds. Turnover Fergus Falls. 6 turnovers now for the Otters. 7 by Hawley in the second half. Doesn't matter right now when Fergus Falls putting on a show like this without their leading scorer, Chance Fazio, still in the locker room. Aho in the right front court. He goes to Newman. Now to Aguilar on the left wing. In this quarterfinal game, Otters looking to go back to the semifinals. The reigning sectional champs, the number 1 seed. Aho now to Aguilar. Aguilar sizes up the defense, goes to Aho, jibs and jabs. Bullet pass inside to Aguilar in the paint. Dishes off to Rinke. Rinke with the sauce in for 2. Rinke from the block on the right side has 9 points. A 60-26 lead now for the Otters. 4:55 to go in regulation. Mason Groton now to Hayden Grani. Now to Alex Bratch. Top of the key against Aho. Here's Brevin Stoa, right wing. Stoa underhand off the Grani. Long NBA range 3. That one bricked off the back rim and found its way in. Hayden Grani with his 3rd triple of the day. 9 points for him. 60-29 now. 4:30 second half. Dominic Aguilar sizes up, pushes in, backs out, retreats to right front court looking for Conklin. Elects to go to Newman instead. Newman gets a screen, now goes top of the key, can fire from 3, he won't. Goes to Aguilar in the time being. Aguilar finds Newman once again. Near the left side, off balanced. Aguilar finds it, now to Newman. He'll fire for 3. No, he had it all alone. Looks like Fergus Falls saving their energy right now, up 60-29. Aho has it, gives to Newman once again. Just playing keep away from Hawley. 3:50 to go in regulation. Aguilar to Conklin. Now here's close defense. That one's poked away, and that loose ball still goes to Hawley off of the turnover by Fergus Falls. Here comes a line change for the Otters. Whole new batch of players for Fergus Falls. Off the floor now coming is Newman, Rinke, and Aguilar in their place for Fergus Falls. Into the ballgame now. Number 1, Bryce Burrell checks in, as well as number 31, Jack Vogel. Looking for the last replacement for Fergus Falls. Now right corner of this is Bratch. Bratch kicks in, now left corner, finds left corner 3. Up by number 32 for Hawley is Gavin Cleveguard. Has a triple, and it's 60-32.
And I think the substitution for the Hawley Nuggets was to get all the seniors that they had on the team to get out there and play these final 3 minutes together for the final time.
Pushing inside now is Ribbenau and finding the bucket, Conklin. 4 points for him and a 62-32 lead. 2:50 to go, second half. Top of the key, Cole Sunday, crowds court all the way, saved by Bratch. Aho saves it, tiptoes the sideline. Turnover, Hawley, 8th. Now feed inside, back and forth. Another turnover by Fergus Falls. And a foul call by the referees. They call this on number 4 for Fergus Falls. That's Kenan Conklin, his 3rd. More substitutions. Aho and Conklin check out the ball game. In their place is number 10, Dallas Berry. And number 11, Josh Sternberg for the Otters. Hayden Grani also checked out the ball game for Hawley. In his place is Justin Koski. Stoa right wing. Looks to go with Sunday. Elects to go inside to Koski. Foul called inside the paint. This foul on Fergus Falls. On number 31 for the Otters, that is Jack Vogel, his first. Team 5th. Here's a left side shot, won't go for Hawley. Off the offensive rebound, soaring in for 2 is Alex Bratch. He has 4 points. 62-34 is the lead for the Otters. 2:10 second half. Cross court to Burrell, left wing. Fergus Falls can calm down their possessions here. They can sit on it if they wanted to. With a 62-34 lead, under 2 minutes now to play in the ball game. Burrell puts a move on, jabs left, goes right, puts up a reverse layup from the left block. Burrell making every second count out there for the lay-in. 64-34. He's got 2 points. Getting even fancier on the other side is Justin Koski. He's fouled in midair. He heads to the line with 1:41 left to go in regulation. They call that foul on Vogel, his second. Team 6 for Fergus Falls. We have a new player come in for Hawley. For Hawley, this will be Bailey Thompson, number 3 checking the game. Koski drains the first one. His first trip to the line, he's got 5 points. 64-35. Coming off the floor is number 22, Alex Bratch, in his last game. Koski sinks the second one, he's got 6. 64-36. He checks out as well. Another senior for the Hawley Nuggets, taking a seat, leaving the court for the final time in high school. Fergus Falls back on top with the rock, and on top 64-36, 1:30 left in the second half. Now in the left corner, feeding inside for the Otters, puts it up on a lay-in, number 12 in the ballgame now for Fergus Falls. That is Jaden Mantufel for 2. And 66-36 lead. Here's a left wing 3 up by Hawley, won't go. And off the offensive rebound, a putback won't go. A long rebound eventually found by on the floor of a jump ball in favor of the Otters. Substitution time once more for Hawley. Number 21, Cole Sunday, checks out of the game. Cole Sunday, a senior as well. Sunday checks out. In his place is number 40, Gavin Rodkey, junior at 6'3". Minute officially now. Officially a minute left and now ticking in this ball game. Right side, Burrell gets another one to roll. No, he doesn't. Can't go. Can't find the mark. Carson Brew finds the rebound. Goes to Stoa right wing. 45 seconds left in ticking in a 66-36 game. Stoa in the right wing looking for teammate Gavin Cleveguard. Turnover for Hawley over his head. Number 9 for Hawley in turnovers. 41.6 left on the clock officially before Fergus Falls submits a semifinal appearance in the Section 8AA tournament. Burrell sizes up defense, crossover right side, puts it up again and again. Off again, actually. I thought that went through the net. That one was sneaky on the right side. Now Stoa has it on the right wing for Hawley and right into the midst of Fergus Falls. They can sit on this one. The 10th and final turnover by the Nuggets. If that stands, now a foul committed by Carson Brew of the Nuggets. We'll have one more substitution to get a chance for number 10, Kyler Carr, to come in the game, and taking out number 32, Gavin Cleveguard, a senior at 5'10", for the final time in his career as well. 10 seconds remaining. Inbound goes to Fergus Falls, and up 66-36. That will ring your final score, with the Otters knocking off the Nuggets here in the quarterfinal round, advancing to the semifinals. For the first time since 2018, Fergus Falls makes quick work of Hawley once again and are going back to the semifinals. The number 1 seed advances. Your final score one more time before we go to our postgame break. 66-36. Fergus Falls knocks off Hawley on your Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard. Right back after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
Work has begun to replace Line 3 near your community, and keeping everyone safe is our top priority. We have established robust COVID-19 safety rules for our workers, and when they're not at work on our project, they're advised to follow local health guidelines, because we all want everyone home safe. For more information, visit enbridge.com/line3us.
In the world of farming, you can't afford any unexpected slowdowns, and having the wrong insurance might cost you extra time and money. Timing is everything in farming, and claims are never fun, but when bad things happen, the McCollum agencies are there for you. Through constant communication and advising, we provide a service that others can't or won't match. We believe in keeping the process as easy as we can on our clients. Not only are Joe and David McCollum insurance experts, they have farmed their entire lives. Call Joe McCollum in Detroit Lakes, 844-5970, or David McCollum in Monoma, 935-2175 for a free consultation.
Franson Bank and Trust is proud to serve the families, farms, and businesses of the Red River Valley. I'm Greg Slaughton, president of the Franson Bank in Ada. We're a Farmer Mac lender with competitive rates on equipment, land financing, and operating lines. With Franson's online and mobile banking, you can access your accounts and make deposits from anywhere, even from the cab of your tractor. Call Danielle or me and see how we can help you get 2021 off to a great start. 218-784-7124 or make an appointment online at fransonbank.com. Member FDIC.
The Hawley JCs is all about giving back to their community. They are a part of many community events such as the Night to Unite, the Fall Stag, the Hawley Rodeo, the Holds for Heroes Ice Fishing Tournament, and the Sandboxville. Since 2016, the Hawley JCs has given nearly $60,000 in donations. To keep the support going, they need new members. Join the team and have fun at the Hawley JCs. Find them on Facebook.
The Hawley Education Foundation is a nonprofit organization focused on providing grants for classroom impact in the Hawley School District. The purpose of the foundation is to provide capital to advance, promote, and enhance educational programs for Hawley teachers and students. The foundation invites you to contribute by going to www.hawleyedfoundation.org and donating to the Hawley Education Foundation. Our students deserve the best, and with your donations, we can make that happen.
Welcome to our post-game show here on YourLiveEvent.com, brought to you by Heart O Lakes Meats. Post-game is sponsored by Heart O Lakes Meats, and Pelican Wrap is just off Highway 9 in the Industrial Park. They have a variety of quality meat, heat and eat fresh, and frozen meat items available for sale. Check them out the next time you're in the area. Give them a call at 218-863-MEAT for more information. Your final score on your Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard, 66-36, Fergus Falls defeats Hawley to advance to the semifinal round in the Section 8 AA tournament. And now let's get to our Benedictine Living Community game summary. Here in the first half, it was all Fergus Falls early on after a quick 2-all tie and a 15-0 run by the Otters. Quickly snuffed out any chances Hawley of getting back into this ball game. Hawley not getting a chance to rebound from the early deficit. Went down 37-14 in the first, and continuing on in the second half for Fergus Falls. They lost their leading scorer, Chance Fazio, who still led the game with 16 points after leaving just 2 minutes in to the second half, but still dominated all the way through. Your final team stats for both squads look at like this: 18 turnovers for Hawley, 14 for Fergus Falls. Fergus Falls out-rebounded Hawley 32-18. Not a lot of foul line shooting in this ball game. Fergus Falls only finished 2 for 5, while Hawley went 3 for 5 from the free throw line. Once again, your final score is 66-36. The Otters, the number 1 seed, knocking off the number 4 seeded Hawley Nuggets. The first time these two teams had seen each other since 2018. Now make that 6 straight wins by Fergus Falls since 2013. Both coaches been here for a while as well, with Nathan Stoa in his 7th year for Hawley and Matt Johnson in his 6th. Both seeing a good chunk of each other's teams over the seasons. Not in the last 3 years, but advantage Matt Johnson here in this matchup. I believe we'll get Coach Matt Johnson perhaps later on in our post-game show. Once again, brought to you by Heart O Lakes Meats. Thanks to our sponsors for both the pregame starting lineups and our post-game report here on YourLiveEvent.com. We'll take another break and come back with individual statistics in our players of the game after this on yourliveevent.com.
Lakes Meets is a proud supporter of the Heart of Lakes Conference. Thanks to all Heart of Lakes school districts, coaches, and student athletes for their hard work and adaptability through this winter season. The future looks brighter knowing we can face challenges together. The best way out is always through, and we believe we will come out of these challenges strong. Heart of Lakes Meats is a USDA-inspected meat processing plant located in Pelican Rapids. We support our local farmers and community any way we can. Good luck to all Heart of Lakes Conference teams from Heart of Lakes Meats in Pelican Rapids.
We are part of so many great communities across North Dakota. From small farm towns to big cities, one thing is for sure, we are proud to be part of your community. Hello, this is Dustin with Irie Insurance, and I am proud to work for Irie Insurance because we give back to our communities in so many ways, like United Way School Drive, the North Dakota Corn Growers Association, our local schools, and youth sports. So thank you for letting us be a part of your community and help protect it. To see some of our community efforts up and down the valley, go to IrieInsurance.com.
At Hawley Public Schools, their focus is on students. With over 950 students, the Hawley Public Schools strive to provide a personalized learning experience for each and every one of their students to be the best that they can be. The lessons taught at Hawley Public Schools will stay with students not just throughout their academic career, but through adulthood as well. For more information about the Hawley Public Schools, visit them online at hawley.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook at Hawley Nuggets. Good luck Nuggets from the Hawley Public Schools.
Realty can be confusing. That's why it's important to choose a professional when you're buying or selling. Anthony Lavoie with Lavoie Realty Incorporated offers full commercial real estate services, agricultural land sales, hunting land sales, all categories of commercial real estate sales, commercial space leasing, real estate consulting, and real estate investing. Contact Anthony today. 218-261-1137. Anthony Lavoie with Lavoie Realty Incorporated.
Lesmeister Dental is dedicated to providing its patients with the best appropriate dentistry to help them maintain their health, comfort, and beauty for their lifetime. We know every person is different, and we will help you stay healthy and offer the level of care that you desire. With offices in Crookston at 1726 University Avenue or by phone 253-4204 or 281-4323. See or call Lesmeister Dental today.
Welcome back to our Heart O' Lakes Meets post-game show on yourliveevent.com. Your community co-op's Energy Solutions Scoreboard final. Fergus Falls 66, Hawley 36, a 30-point shellacking by the Otters over the Nuggets. Let's see who put the points on the board for both squads, starting off with the visiting Hawley Nuggets. Hayden Groney had 9 points, all off of trays, 1 rebound. Justin Koski with 6 points to his name, 2 rebounds. Alex Bratch with 4 points and 4 rebounds the match. Mason Groton had 3 points, 1 rebound. Brady Groton with 7 points and 4 rebounds. Make that 5 rebounds for Brady Groton. Brevin Stoa off the bench, 2 points, 1 board. Cole Sunday, 2 points, 2 boards. Ethan Magnuson got in the game. Didn't find anything on the stat sheet. Carson Brew got in the game, 1 rebound. And number 23. Let me look at this clear. There we go. Ethan Magnuson got in the game, had 1 rebound. Wrote him down twice. Coming off the bench for Fergus Falls, Chance Fazio led the game with 16 points for all scorers and had 4 rebounds. He left the game at the 16-minute mark, just 2 minutes in, barely, in the second half, off of a right knee injury. He went to the locker room. We have not seen him since after that. He scored off of that play. Hope he's all right. One of the star players for Fergus Falls. They missed 10 games in the regular season without him. Finished at 12-7. Now the Otters at 13-7. Back to the scorers for Fergus Falls. Abel Aho with 12 points, 4 rebounds. Caden Conklin with 4 points, 5 rebounds. Luke Newman, 10 points to 7 rebounds for Luke Newman. Dominic Aguilar had 8 points. He found 7 rebounds as well. Austin Rinke with 9 points, 4 rebounds. Windex handy for him. Off the bench, mind you, he came in place full time for Chance Fazio. Elliot Pribanow had 3 points off a lone tray with 1 rebound. Josh Sternberg, no points, no rebounds, had some minutes though. Bryce Burrell got in the game, scored once with a bucket for 2 and 1 rebound. And Jason Vogel picked up some fouls, didn't pick up any points or boards. And Jason, for Fergus Falls, Jason Mantufel picks up 2 points. As Joseph Stets aggressively tosses me the Enbridge Energy Player of the Game shirt. There you go. Lightly toss that next one down. There we go. I'm fragile. Anywho, back to our scores. That lines it up for Fergus Falls. Once again, they win 66-36 on your Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard. And thank you for Joseph for once you hit me right in the shoulder with that shirt. That reminds me, we have some players of the game starting off with our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Looking at it like a freight train full of steam, full of energy. Chance Fazio with 16 points, a game high, and the two-hand jam clearing traffic. 16 points for Chance Fazio, 4 rebounds. Chance Fazio, our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, rightfully so, even though he left 2 minutes into the second half, showing his dominance and why he's one of the star players in this section. Work has begun to replace Line 3 and keeping everyone safe is Enbridge's top priority. Robust COVID-19 safety rules have been established for Enbridge employees because we want everyone home safe. Learn more by visiting enbridge.com/line3.us. Once again, Energy Player of the Game brought to you by Enbridge is Chance Fazio with 16 points and possibly one of those ESPN top 10 plays of the day with the two-handed slam jam. As for our RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game, that honor belongs to the likes of Abel Aho, who finished the game with 12 points and at 2 trays. Aho scurrying in off of cuts off the baseline and draining it from downtown, all for a total of 12 points and 4 rebounds to match Fazio's total as well. Aho is our RDK Enterprises Precision Player of the Game. With shooting like that, why not? You might want to visit Abel Aho for shooting lessons, or you might want to visit RDK Enterprises if you're thinking about upgrading your planter. Visit RDK Enterprises at the locations in Hillsboro and Drayton, North Dakota to learn about available rebates and financing. RDK Enterprises, plannerdoc.com. So our Heart O Lakes meets Postgame show continues on here on yourliveevent.com. We'll take one more break and come back with our final thoughts. Your final score, Fergus Falls 66, Hawley 36 on your Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Visit the Lynn Fours Agency, Boston, Bagley, Clearbrook, Monoman, LynnForsAgency.com. The Lynn Fours Agency, your insurance source.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Minnesota.
This message presented by the Minnesota State High School League and the Minnesota Interscholastic Activities Administrators Association.
Springfield Works coming, and so are the savings from Norman County Implement, Highway 9 North Ada. All filters and shovels, 10% discounts now with pre-season, pre-spring pricing. New equipment arrivals on the lot that are field ready include the versatile Fury, new 35-foot with 22-inch notch blades, rubber rollers, and also a new demo unit, versatile Fury, 35-foot. Talk with Chuck O'Neill on the equipment at Norman County Implement, Highway 9 North Ada. They thank you for your business.
Racing action is back this summer at Red River Valley Speedway and Norman County Raceway, featuring IMCA modified, sprint cars, stock cars, sport mods, hobby stocks, legends, and more all summer long. Family-friendly and affordable racing. Stay tuned to ncraceway.com and redrivervalleyspeedway.com for more information. Racing Thursday and Friday nights returns this summer to Norman County Raceway and Red River Valley Speedway.
Welcome back to Fergus Falls, Minnesota at Fergus Falls High School. Your final score, once again, 66-36. The Otters knock off the Nuggets of Hawley to advance to the semifinal round. The number 1 seed Otters, once again, back in the semis. Don't mind the graphic. Our main game camera froze up, so here we are with our integrated webcam. We're not doing our starting lineups, Joseph Stetz. I know you want to get plugs for Heart of Lakes meets, but we gotta be the post-game show, as our post-game show churns on. Here once again, the final score, a 30-point victory for the Otters over the Nuggets on your Community Co-op's Energy Solutions scoreboard. Community Co-ops is of Lake Park, Detroit Lakes, Monoman, Twin Valley, and Flum. Contact them for propane delivery for residential, commercial, and agricultural purposes. Community Co-ops also offers bulk fuel and oil delivery. Natural gas may be available in your area. Contact Community Co-ops today at 218-238-5911. Thanks to all our sponsors for today making this broadcast possible. Thanks to the coaches of both Hawley and Fergus Falls, Mr. Matt Johnson and Nathan Stoll, respectively, for taking the time in our pregame coaches' comments. Don't see them on the floor right now as the Hawley Nuggets season ends against their section rival, the first time they've seen them in 3 years. For Hawley, looking at their final season totals, they finished the season at 8-12, 5-6 on the road, and 5-12 in Section 8 AA. For Fergus Falls, they advanced to 13-7 and 7-4 here at home. They will host next time. And looking at our bracketology here in March Madness, Minnesota Madness, with this game coming to a conclusion, looks like Fergus Falls will meet the winner of Breckenridge and War Road. That scared the jeepers out of me, which isn't very hard. So War Road and Breckenridge, whoever wins that battle will get the honors of taking on number 1 seeded Fergus Falls Otters, as the Otters look to repeat as Section 8 AA champions. With that said and that in mind, it looks like we'll wrap up here from Fergus Falls High School. Your final score once again, 66-36. The Otters of Fergus Falls knock off the Hawley Nuggets for the first time meeting in 3 years and conclude today's contest. We'll conclude today's broadcast. Thanks for joining me and Joseph Stetz on this journey. For Joseph Stetz and myself, Derek Zimmerman-Geyer, I say have a rest of your sensational Saturday and a wonderful weekend from yourliveevent.com.